All right, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? This is Twin Flames Unite, and we are at it again. And if you don't know by now, I'm Chris.
And I'm Lisha.
What up? What's going on, everybody? As always, we're here to bring you practical information that you can apply easily, naturally, and automatically
in your everyday life so you can tap into your unlimited potential.
Yes,
and rise to the highest version of yourself.
Boom, there you go. We are in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get this out of the way so I can see what's going on. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, because I know we got some of the guys coming here and we watch. I see y'all. Okay? Now, this evening, we have quite a doozy to jump into. Let me see what's going on here.
It's going to be quite the topic. Okay?
Yes,
we are definitely we're going to dive into some stuff.
So, excuse me, y'all. I'm just making sure that it's actually going live. Okay. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Just want to make sure that was in there. We got audio.
We got audio.
Yep. All right. There we go. All right. Boom. Yes. So, tonight, on this Independence Day, we wanted our gods and goddesses to be aware of some things so that we can really move forward and rise to the highest version of ourselves. Okay? Because, oh my gosh.
You know, it's a lot of fireworks out there. Don't pay that any mind, okay?
As we say that as a reminder to ourselves as well, because it's just, they're going off. These fireworks.
Since this morning.
Yeah, it's been nonstop. But anyway, the information that we're going to go through tonight is one that you may have heard, but we wanted to bring this around one more time to let you all know that this is something that we need to stop letting distract us.
Yeah, we're going to talk about some major distractions that you might be aware of, or some of them you might not be aware of. Thank you, Asia. Thank you for coming in. And as you guys just come into the room, just a small housekeeping, just go ahead and give us that thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, we welcome you. And if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification button so that when we go live, hopefully you'll be notified.
Yes. Okay. Hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications.
Absolutely.
All right. So, boom. And so after we, actually, let me turn this off for right now. Okay. After we finish with this reading, or excuse me, not this reading. Wow. Y'all really want some card readings tonight, don't you? We're going to get to it. And in addition to that, we're also going to open up the phone lines for anybody who wants to jump in and talk about this conversation that we're about to jump into. Because it's going to be a pretty juicy one. And hopefully we say the things that are pleasant to the algorithm and we just keep on going live.
I know, right?
Okay. And so if you are here watching right now, if you're here watching on the replay, it is because you are one of those individuals who can really help shape this world.
Right.
Okay. And so with that being said, we want to make sure that you are aware of certain things so that it's no longer a distraction for you and you can move forward to the highest version of yourself. So some of the things we're going to touch on this evening are going to be controversial. What's up, Sierra?
What's up,
and but we're going to get into it.
We're going to talk about it. I mean, we're going to talk about it.
All right. Awesome. So let's get this underway. Let me move this out the way.
Yeah, just brace yourself, guys. This is a very informative topic, I must say. It's informational, right? And we all know what's information. It forms us from the inside. That's why it's called information. Okay?
Yep. So, without further ado, let's get into it. All right. Boom.
And we just
gonna hit you like that, like boom.
We just gonna drop it on y'all tonight, okay? We just
on the 4th of July.
We gonna hit it.
We're doing it like that.
Okay.
Okay. This is one thing that we definitely want you all to be aware of, so that you can move on to the highest and greatest version of yourself. It's time to put these things behind us because we got work to do.
Yes.
All right. So this is a not so much a famous quote, but it's a quote among the elites and those who know about mind control. Okay. And if you're not aware of this statement, definitely take a screenshot so that you would know this moving forward. And what's up, honey? Do in the building.
In the building.
Yes. Okay. You want to read that quote out, baby?
Yes, I would love to. So, guys, again, screenshot this quote. Okay. If I know you better than you know me, I can influence you. I'm going to read that again. If I know you better than you know me, I can influence you. But if I know you better than you know you, then I can control you. You see the difference?
All right. See, now this is some information that we definitely need to make sure that everybody is aware of, because this is one of the things that's really in play and the reason why so many people have been fooled as much as they have.
And continue to be fooled.
And so, but it's really based around three main things. And we're going to get into those in just a moment. And then we're going to talk about some more controversial things.
Oh, come on, man. There you go. It's came in late.
Wow.
It is not on beat. Okay, that's fine.
All right. But let's get back into it, okay? Because we diving deep today. So, if you want to know how most people are able to control others, is that because most people that are in control know about the three I's, okay? And the three I's are identity. So you have to know who you are. Secondly is intelligence. It means that you need to know your subject. Okay. And then we have influence, which is to get them to follow your lead.
All right now.
Okay. Because if you are strong in your identity and you got enough information about somebody, you can make them do whatever you want them to do.
Right.
And they would be none the wiser. They would think that they're doing this on their own free will.
So keep that in mind as you travel and explore this particular realm of reality. All right, now we gonna hit it hard now. Y'all ready for the hard hitter?
All right. Now, for those of y'all, if you've been on this journey for quite some time, and one of the things that's pretty much going on is fighting the elites. Okay. Now, just gonna let you know that this is a waste of energy.
It really is.
It is a waste of energy, and we're going to shed some light on this just so you can stop wasting your energy on it. Okay? Let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. All right? Boom. What we got, babe?
We just dropping it like it's hot right now. We dropping it like it's hot. Y'all see up there? Okay, so I want y'all to pay attention to this octopus. Okay, because this is what we're dealing with. Okay? The name of the game, the end all be all, why everything is happening. Everybody wants to know why is this and so much separation, so much fighting. Why? This is why. It is for energy harvesting. Okay, at the end of the day, that's the name of the game. It's energy harvesting. Earth is a big farmland.
Yep.
Okay, a big farmland. Welcome, Carrick. Thank you for joining us. We haven't seen you in a minute, Carrick. Oh, it's so good to have you in the building, Carrick. So yes, energy harvesting is at the root. That's the head. So you can look at the head of the octopus and you can know that's the one that's in charge of the energy harvesting, okay? One of the tentacles that is used to pool energy is religion. The next one is media. Right? We're going to get into each of these tentacles. The next one is the entertainment industry, which is the movies and the music, right? Then you have the race war. That's one of their favorite ones, the race war. Then you have your polytrichters. Okay. Then you have the prison system, which is a business for most of you who didn't know that. Then you have big pharma, and then you have the education system. Now, with all of these tentacles working together, okay, this big octopus, if you want to call it an octopus, if you want to call it the elites, if you want to call it draconian, reptilian, whatever you want to call it, okay, it's the one that's in charge of the energy harvesting through its different tentacles,
right,
that it has in humanity. Okay.
Yes. Now, once again, this is partly our opinion. Another part, research, which helped to form our opinion,
right,
and some things that also come in as far as downloads. Okay, but at the end of the day, one of the things that we completely and fully understand, that you have your own free will, and you can do with it whatever you would like, but our responsibility is to shed some light on some things so that you will be aware, and so that you can't go through and say that nobody told you this.
Exactly. So
Okay.
it's there, right? So one of the first tentacles that we're going to dive into, it's religion. All right. So we took the time and we screenshotted the etymology so that you guys can see what exactly it is, and you can look it up on your own time also. Right? Again, it comes from a Latin word, okay? Religo, obligation, bond, reverence, which is another Latin word, relegua, if that's how you say it, which means to bind, okay? To shackle and to bind, to bond, okay? So you really have to start asking yourself, what am I being binded to? Okay?
Yes, because if we're trying to free ourselves, why go into a relationship that is based off of bondage?
Binding.
Okay? Now, some people out there, they like bondage. They like to be tied up. Okay? There's some people out there that like to be tied up.
Hey, whatever floats your boat.
But we're talking about tying up your soul.
Your mind, your spirit.
Okay? We're not talking about the fun type of tie up.
Right.
It's like a kidnapping almost.
Right.
Okay? But once again, you can practice whatever religion that you want to, because actually when we look into it, there are like over 4,200 religions.
And that's not even including the different sects that's within the religions.
Now, this is just, once again, one of the tentacles that are out here that's really distracting people from doing their work.
Exactly.
Okay.
And keep in mind, guys, the tentacles, they serve as a separation too. Okay. All of these tentacles, we're going to break them down, but just keep in the back of your mind, these tentacles, they all serve for separation. So within each tentacle, there is division found within each tentacle. So within the tentacle for religion, it is the separation of my God is better than your God. Okay, so that keeps that fight going, and so when that fight continues, it goes directly to the head of the octopus, which is the energy harvesting. So your energy, that's one way your energy is being harvested, is through the separation and the competition. Okay, but you have to ask yourself this question, and I took this note because I think this might be if you want to call it a download from connecting the dots, that's all it is. This separation causes a competition, right? But you have to ask yourself this question: who is winning this competition? Okay, number one, who's winning this competition? And also in a competition, there's usually a prize, right? What's the prize? Let's go back again. We're gonna go to the religion one. In the religion, we know it's a competition through the separation. Okay.
My God's better than your God.
God's better than your God. He's bigger. He's better. All this is just program stuff, right? But what is the prize and who's winning? Okay. You're not getting the prize, and you're not the one that's winning. I'm sorry.
No.
To let you know, the prize is your energy.
Yep.
And it goes to the head of the octopus to be harvested.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So we're gonna hit this through once again because this is something that we want y'all to stop wasting your energy on, and because from this point forward, we're really going to be focusing on ascension and getting up out of this loop.
Right.
But one of the biggest loops that actually keep us here is entertainment.
Entertainment, music industry, right? Hollywood.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
This is a big distraction.
Right. Now, when you look at the word entertainment, it is a verb. And when you look at the root word of entertainment, which is to entertain, just looking at the words that are here, of course, we can go through and read all of the rest of them. But it's to keep to keep someone in a certain frame of mind. What frame of mind are they keeping you on? Okay, to hold together, to stick together, okay, and then to hold. All right. So when we're looking at entertainment, and once again, it's to keep you in a certain frame of mind. What frame of mind is that? Okay, is it a frame of mind of bettering yourself, or is it about you being like those that are entertaining you?
Right. Or is it to keep you busy?
To keep you occupied.
Keep you busy.
You know?
Okay.
I'm moving my hands, but are you listening? You know, my hands may be entertaining. Like, you know?
Right.
But
smokes and mirrors.
Yeah. So you have to understand that entertainment was something that was created. But what was it created for?
Let's find out.
Okay. So we're just going to give you a little bit of information as to what it was created for. Okay. Now, if you are familiar of Gladiator, which is one of my favorite movies, okay, the Roman government wanted to keep the idle masses entertained because they knew a large group of poor people was a major threat to their empire. Now, hold on, let me back out for a second and actually let me read that last part one more time. Because they knew that a large group of poor people was a major threat to their empire. Okay? How can the poor people be a major threat? If you have an empire, like empires are, man, they got their own army, they got their own money, they got their own crops and things of that nature. How would the poor people be a threat? Oh, I know. I'm going to answer it for y'all, okay? Because the poor people were the ones who were working the fields. The poor people were the ones who were doing the work in order for their army to eat, to have clothes, to have armor to wear. It was the poor people who made that. Okay? But if they knew that if they didn't keep the poor ones entertained, then they'd stop working. They won't have the riches that they have. They won't have the control over the population like they do, because once again, when you look at entertainment, it's to bring everything together. And what better way to control the masses once you have them all together? Okay? Now, this entertainment didn't stop with the with the gladiators and everything fighting in the Colosseums. It went on to sports. No, you got your soccer games. You know, if you go over to what's soccer big in London or something of that nature, like soccer is huge.
World Cup and stuff like that.
World Cup, NFL, when the Super Bowl comes on, oh, you forgot about you got to go to work. You forgot you got the mortgage to pay. You know, you watching the NBA playoffs or baseball and things of that nature. And then on top of that, now post I don't even know if I can say the word, but post the big C.
There you go. There you go. Now you're learning.
Post the big C. You know, you were able to go out to concerts and watch your favorite artists perform and just let all your worries just float away. And the thing is that you were pretty much working like a dog just so you can pay for a ticket so that you can go to these events
and have your mind captured, because that's the bottom line is entertainment just means to capture your mind. But you have to ask yourself, who is capturing my mind and why are they capturing my mind? If someone else is capturing your mind, that means you don't have control of it. And so this is where mind control creeps in the back door.
Right. And once again, the ones who are presenting a lot of these things are the ones that are, once again, if you remember in the beginning, if you have the 3 eyes under control, which means that you have your identity, you have the intel, and you have the influence. And if you really master the first one, which is your identity, then the other 2 really fall into place. So the ones who are really strong in their identity are presenting these things to you, these tentacles, and they're making you believe that it's one thing when it's not.
That's the illusion.
Okay? Now, in keeping up with the entertainment, we got to look at one other thing, which is music. Okay? Now, music is a very powerful tool. They say that music will soothe the savage beast. Okay? And after doing some of the research that we've got into, we kind of realized that it's not the animals or what we may think is the savage beast. It's actually to soothe the poor people, to mind control the poor people. And let's get into it. All right. And so 440 hertz. Now, I know you're probably looking like, hold on, no, it's 432 hertz, Chris and Leisha. Like, no, hold on. You got to understand what's being used at this present moment. Okay? And what's being used at this present moment, babe?
Pretty much 440 hertz. This is what's pumping through all of these music that you listen to nowadays for the most part in this entertainment industry. If you guys had to know, it was actually shifted. See here, the American music industry reached an informal standard of 440 hertz in 1926. Okay, and some began using it in instrument manufacturing. In 1936, the American Standards Association recommended that the A above middle C be tuned to 440 hertz. It used to be 432.
Yes.
But they deliberately changed it. And why, you would ask, why would they change it? You know?
Yes.
Why?
Which is for this bottom part here, which is that these destructive frequencies entertain. I'm just going to let that sizzle for a moment. Okay? These destructive frequencies entertain the thoughts towards this disruption, disharmony, and disunity. Additionally, they also stimulate the controlling organs of the body, which is the brain. Okay, y'all with us so far? Okay, very informative. We appreciate you, Cosmic Love.
Thank you, Cosmic Love.
Into disharmonious resonance, which ultimately creates disease and war.
Dis-ease and war. Dis-ease and war. So this frequency is more than just you putting some headphones in and just jamming away. What are you jamming away to? What are you listening to? Frequency, these vibrations can either heal you or they can destroy you.
Right.
Literally. Like you can, they've done many studies. Many studies. You can look it up on YouTube. Where they'll put like salt or sand and they'll go ahead and tune the frequencies to 440, right? And you can see the destruction in the patterns of the salt versus when they tune it to the 432 hertz. It's a difference.
Yes.
Okay? And so our bodies, it does the same thing to our bodies.
It does the same thing to our bodies.
But keep in mind, they deliberately changed it.
Yes.
Okay, just keep that in mind. It was planned. It was orchestrated.
Yes.
It was not an accident.
Yes. Now, the difference between 432 hertz and the 440 hertz, to the untrained ear, it sounds very similar.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds very similar.
Right.
But if you're really tuned in to yourself and you know who you are, when you hear these frequencies,
Mm-hmm.
one is going to make you feel really pleasant,
Mm-hmm.
and one is going to make you feel uneasy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, it's something that happens in your gut, because I was, once again, we talk about things that we experience. We're not just pulling things out of the air.
Mm-hmm.
And so even before making this presentation, or even deciding to do this video, we play some frequencies at 440 hertz,
Mm-hmm.
and then we play some frequencies at 432 hertz.
Right.
And honest to myself, when I hear the 440 hertz, there was a sickening feeling that came in my gut.
Mm.
Versus when I hear the 432 hertz, it felt uplifting.
Mm.
That's because there's some molecular changes that are happening on the cellular level
Mm-hmm.
when I hear and feel these vibrations.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And why would 432 hertz have such a powerful effect? Let's jump into it.
Mm-hmm.
Why they would have such a powerful effect. Okay? And that is because 432 hertz, when music is tuned to 432 hertz, music tuned to 432 hertz is softer and brighter, and is said to provide great clarity, and it is easier on the ears. Okay? Meditation music tuned to 432 hertz is relaxing for the body and the mind, and also more harmonic. Am I saying that right? Harmonic and pleasant than 440 hertz, which is the frequency that most of modern day music we listen to is tuned at.
So there you go.
Okay? Now, if you notice this little picture right here on the side, you may see the mouse moving back and forth. Like, this is actually like one of the results that you would see when you put the sand on the thing and you play the 432 hertz. Now, just going back and forth here, look at the one for 440. That's 440.
Right.
That's 432 hertz. You see how more organized this is?
Right.
Okay? Versus the 440, where it's kind of like, what the hell is going on here?
Right. And if you want to know why your thoughts seems discombobulated, or even if you feel your emotions feel discombobulated, okay, you really want to check to see what type of frequency that you're surrounding yourself around. What are you listening to? What are you eating? Things of that nature. You can tell. They're all telltale signs.
Yep, they're all telltale signs. Now, the reason why the 432 hertz is something that is so beautiful, and a lot of y'all already know this, but we're going to just bring it in once again, because we know we have some new subscribers, and we appreciate y'all for subscribing. Thank you so much. And there may be some people that are new to this stuff, and we want to make sure that we bring it around full circle so that everybody's on the same level and we can move forward, because moving forward, we're talking about ascension. Okay? And so, with that being said, why is it so strong? That's because it's on the frequency of nature. Okay? And one of the things that Nikola Tesla said so often is that if you only knew the magnificence of 36 and 9, then you would have a key to the universe. Now, you want to know how awesome this is? When you look at 432 and you add it all together, they equal 9.
Mm.
And when you take 440, I'm pretty sure y'all are good at math. It's just 440. What's 4 plus 4? 8. That is not the 369 that Nikola Tesla is talking about, which is one of the keys to the universe.
Right. And if you look at the 8 and you turn it the other way around, you get a loop.
Mm-hmm. Now, sacred geometry is a whole nother video that would take up tons of time. But if you look over here on the right at the animation, what you're looking at is the vortex math. Okay? This is the power of the 369. When you take any one of these numbers, like if you go across, this 8 plus 1 equals 9. This 7 plus 2 equals 9. This 6 plus 3 equals 9. This 5 plus 4 equals 9. Even if you multiplied it and you did 16 and 16 plus 1, like if you did the multiples of 2, 1 and 6 is 7. Excuse me. 16. Yeah, 1 and 6 is 7 plus 2 is 9. Like when you start multiplying these numbers and you break them down, they all equal either 3, 6, or 9. Okay? But that's how the math works out. And that's why the frequency is a lot better for you, because it's in harmony with the universe. Okay? All right. And I see Scentbird Love, we appreciate your comment. She said, years ago I used to listen to modern music and it made me feel low. Of course it did.
Very low vibration.
That's what it was designed to do. Okay? And and it made me think of ego-based thoughts,
Yep.
like being rich, materialistic, sex, anger.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and so exactly.
Yeah, very low vibrational.
Okay, and so once again, we're bringing this to your awareness because now, you know, there are a lot of things that you can do to counteract that. A lot of people are starting to make music in 432 hertz again.
Yeah.
There are quite a few reputable YouTube channels that are actually playing music in 432 hertz. There are apps that you can use that will convert all of your music that you play on your phone to 432 hertz. Okay, so this is just something for you to be aware of so that you can really start leveling up. All right, now the next tentacle. What is the next tentacle, sweetheart?
The next tentacle is media, social media. The alphabet boys, you know how I like to call them, the alphabet boys. CNN, you know, FOX, ABC, you know, you see how they got the eye on you, right? They're watching you, right? So yeah, the alpha and the beta boys from A to Z. Now, the media is named after Medea.
The goddess Medea.
The goddess Medea. She's a goddess of illusion. All right? She's also a witch. Okay? She's a daughter of a king. All right? And if you can see right here, Medea, you know, which is a trickster. Same thing. She's a trickster, and she'll tell you. She's been a stripper, she's been this, she's been that. She know how to deceive and get what she wants.
Yep. So, you know, it's so much going on that they're telling you right in front of your face. Because, like, I mean, it's just a little change of the word, but it still sounds the same. Because you got goddess Medea, and then you got media.
Right, exactly. And just keep in mind, this is a tentacle. We already talked about the tentacles in the beginning. Each one of these tentacles, their purpose is separation. The main purpose of the tentacle is to divide and conquer and feed that head. Okay, so for the energy harvesting. So with the media, they use the media to deceive us. They use the media to trick us. They use the media to get us to believe all kinds of fallacies. Okay, create all kinds of illusions for us to live in.
Right. And one of the biggest illusions, this is probably one of the biggest, especially right now. And so before we even go into this part, let's not get it twisted. Let's not get it twisted at all. Because when it comes to race, we've made a video quite some time ago. I want to say almost 2 years ago, really debunking this whole thing. So that's not us.
Right.
And as far as anybody being racist, in order to be racist, you have to be a professional at it. And so far, we have not successfully, on purpose, stopped anybody from moving up in the world. Okay? So, with that being said, don't get it twisted, but let's go into some facts here. All right? Because one of the major tentacles is race wars.
Yes, again, and keep in mind, all these tentacles, guys, they serve as a division purpose. They're all to divide, to create separation, to create an illusion of competition.
Right.
Okay? So if you can be busy, and guys, these are individual tentacles that you see the suction cups? Those suction cups are on humanity's energy pool. Okay? So they literally suck the life out of you by keeping you in division constantly. Okay? Now, the system of division, right, was created for energy harvesting. That's the main reason for these tentacles. Okay? Now, they do it through subliminal mind control.
Yes.
Okay, they push your consciousness to the side because they don't care about your consciousness. Okay, they go directly to your subconscious, and this is where they implant their little programs. Okay, to get you to be a part of this color game that they play.
Right.
Okay, but this message is for our gods and goddesses.
Yes.
We're not playing these games anymore.
No, we're not playing.
Okay?
We playing.
We're
not for play.
We're not for play. We're not playing these games anymore. We don't want these little pawns anymore. Oh, we're going to be on this chessboard, okay? And it's a black and white chessboard. Here, you hold this black piece, and I'm going to call you black, and I'm going to hold this white piece, and I'm going to be white. And you know, in this game called chess, the white players always got to go first. We're not playing this game. It's a game, and we're not playing it.
No.
Okay? The minute you start identifying with these coloring book stuff, okay, you are in the game.
Yes.
And you cannot be in the game and be a god or goddess, because gods and goddesses don't take part in these type of tomfoolery.
Yes. And we're about to show you how tomfoolery this is. Okay? Because this whole race thing was something that did not exist until the early 1600s. Okay? There is a whole article that was done in an Encyclopedia Britannica.
Yeah.
Okay? Y'all know, if you're old enough, if you're in our generation, you know the Encyclopedia Britannica was our Google.
Yeah.
Okay? And the information that was in the Encyclopedia Britannica had references back to the information to prove that it was something that actually happened. Okay? But let's go in and we're going to give y'all some cliff notes on this.
Yeah,
okay?
y'all could go do your own research. These are just nuggets, okay?
Yeah.
So
let's get into
your
it.
Own research.
So, now this is a quote from Theodore Allen. Okay? When the first Africans arrived in Virginia in 1619, there were no white people there, nor, according to colonial records, would there be for another 60 years.
Okay, so boom, it's invented. This shit is all made up. Okay. For political gain, for polytricksters. That's the whole reason why they did this.
Yes. So white didn't exist. Now there were nationalities, okay, and of course over the years it shaped and morphed into something that it is not. And for our lunar people, just for one, you're not white. Okay, I'm just coming right out, just saying it. You're not white. And when you look at this this picture on the bottom, and we're about to go into an expanded version. Actually, let's go ahead and go into the expanded version. Okay, because in this expanded version, you see some of these faces, and you would think right off the bat that they're quote unquote white. But if we look at the top, this young lady is from Thailand. This one's from African. She's African American, which is a nationality. Coming below that, she's French. This one is Finnish. This one is Greek. Then you got this one is Irish. Then you have this one is Italian, Swiss, Sweden, Filipino, Ethiopian, Japanese, Chinese. None of these say white.
I don't see anyone that say black neither.
Even the ones that are supposed to be black, like African American, it doesn't say black. You got Central African, it doesn't say black. You got Ethiopian, it doesn't say black.
Come on, this is just a color. It's coloring book stuff, preschool stuff. Okay, we gotta rise above this.
Yes. Now, one of the things that they don't want you to know,
they don't want you to know a lot of stuff. They want to keep playing their color-led books and games.
They don't want you to know this, which is the Aboriginal people. Aboriginal just means that the original ones, they were the ones who were on the land originally before anybody else discovered it.
And discover just means bad cover, okay? Anything that begins with this, it means bad, okay?
Okay.
Bad cover.
Now, if you go through and you look for these images, you may be searching for quite some time because it's buried. It is very, very buried, but it's there.
And it's the truth.
Okay? So if you see, starting from the bottom right.
From the rooter to the tutor.
And this is actually not too long ago. If I remember, this picture was taken in like 1990 or something of that nature. But these are Aboriginal Filipinos. What color are they? What is their skin pigmentation?
They're brown, baby. They're brown.
Okay. And then when you look at the bottom left, these are Australians. They look like Uncle Roy. Okay. Melanated. Australia. And when you go back and look at this top right picture in Europe, they actually had pictures that were created where the individuals looked melanated. Okay? And you wonder why they're melanated? If you look right in the middle here, if you pull this picture up, this individual looks Caucasian or European. Everybody else around him is melanated. And then when we go over to the Americas, one of the biggest fibs they want to tell you that the Indian people look like white people, they are sadly mistaken. Because we didn't come over on ships, we were already here. Most of the ones who were enslaved did not come on ships. There were some ships, not as many as we thought there were, but the majority of the individuals that were enslaved were already here.
Right.
Okay? So, we need to stop with this freaking race war thing because there are no races.
Right.
I'm not. Are you running?
Listen, I keep telling my peoples, yeah. If you guys want to break the spell, okay, you have to break the words apart. When you're under a spell, okay, it's because you're not breaking the words apart. When you break the words, you break the spells, okay? This is why they call it a race.
Yep.
It's a competition. Okay, when you accept these races, you accept the competition.
Yep.
All right? And we are gods and goddesses. We don't compete with nobody.
Nope. Don't got to.
All right? There is no need for us to be in any competition. As a matter of fact, it might even be fair. I'm just saying. We don't compete. There is no need for us to compete. We are gods and goddesses. We need to stop accepting these made-up labels and rise into our power as gods and goddesses.
Yeah.
Okay? This is how you escape the tentacle of this race war. This is just one of the tentacles.
Right.
How do you escape it? Stop identifying with these made-up labels that is there to make you less than what you are, because you're way more than these coloring books.
Right.
So much more. Okay? Our DNA alone, okay, will override this program, but you have to allow it. You have to step into your greatness, step into your God and goddess DNA, and override these debaucherous programs with these color coding business.
So
okay.
So with all of that being said, it doesn't matter if you got a little bit of melanin in you or if you got a lot of melanin in you. You are not any of those races that they want to label you.
Stop playing the game. It's a tentacle. They put their suction cup in you, okay? And then once they get that suction cup in you, I'm black, I'm white, no, you know? And then they just start pooling your energy.
Why is there still the zombie on there? I thought I changed that thing.
They still pool in your energy, and it goes to the head of the octopus. If you want to call them inorganic beings, draconian, reptilian, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
They have these individual tentacles in humanity to drain their energy. Separation, competition. But just remember, within these tentacles that create this separation and this competition, you're not getting a prize, and you will never be the winner.
No.
All right? Just keep that in mind with these tentacles.
All right. So let's stop giving these tentacles energy, y'all.
Cut off their energy source.
Now, the next tentacle that definitely needs to be cut off.
Oh my gosh, this is the worst one, I think.
But is polytrix.
The polytrix. We're going to break this down. You see that tentacle right there? That's the next one we got to get rid of. It's the polytrix. All right, and we're going to break down exactly what that means.
All right. Now, this picture says it all.
We don't even need to say nothing. Y'all just need to watch the picture.
Just take it in for a second.
Go on, look at it. Poly. Anytime you think of a word poly, we're going to be breaking some spells tonight. Remember, we talked about breaking up the words, break the spells. We're breaking some spells tonight. Poly means many. Polygamy, many. Polyester, many esters.
Many fabrics.
Many esters, okay?
Right.
Poly, anything that begins with poly, it means many, okay? And we don't need to describe what ticks. What is a tick? It's a vulture. It's a blood sucking, literally blood sucking. Okay? So when you in this polytrix, okay? Or poly tick, many ticks, many vultures. All right? And they do this with the left wing and the right, the radical left and the radical right, whatever the hell they want to say. It's the same goddamn bird.
It's the same bird. You want to say you're Republican or you want to say you're Democrat? Either way.
Democrat, whatever. It's the same bird.
It's the same bird.
Y'all better get this. You better get it. It's the same bird. Okay? Polytrix, politics, many vultures. All right? It's still feeding. It's still a tentacle, and it's feeding that head for the energy harvesting. All right?
Yes, it is. Now, oh gosh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, let's go back. Boom. Okay. All right. So, this next one that we're about to dive into,
y'all get ready.
Okay, this next one that we're about to dive into has to do a lot with the melanated community.
Yeah, this one hurts the melanated community a lot.
And not only does it deals with the melanated community, it gosh, I don't even know where to begin on this. But let's just dive into it. Okay? Let's just dive into it. I'm talking about the prison system. Okay? Some of you all may have family members that are in it. And if you don't have family members that's in it, you know somebody who's been in it. You've heard of people in it. There's no way in this universe, in this world, there's no way in this world that you don't have somebody who is closely related to you who's been to prison, somebody that you know that's been in prison, or somebody that you know been in prison. Okay? This is not a place that is created to keep away bad people. It was created for a corporation.
We're going to get into it.
if you don't know by now,
you know.
The prison system is not one that is controlled by each state.
Yeah, I'll see that word in red. What that say? Private. Private.
Yes. If you're not familiar with Core Civic, formerly known as the Corrections Corporation of America, CCA, this particular company, and there are some other ones, is a company that owns and manages private prisons.
Look how much money they make, y'all. Y'all seeing that revenue down there?
And this revenue was taken, I should have put the references on here, but you all can look this up. If you actually go through and Google Core Civics, this information will pull up for you. And these numbers are numbers that were pulled from 2019. We're talking about post the Big C. Post the Big C, they had a revenue of $1.9 billion.
All right now.
Their operating income is $281.56 million.
Mm-hmm.
Net income $188.89 million. Total assets $3.792 billion. Total equity $1.377 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so is it about keeping the public safe, or is it about making money?
Yeah, I'll go do your own research, and then you could come put it in the comments. What you think? What y'all think? Y'all could drop it in the comments. Y'all think this is about safety, or you think it's about making money? What does the numbers tell you? Numbers never lie.
Numbers don't lie.
Numbers don't lie. Not when you add them, right?
Not when you add them
right. So if y'all think this system is about keeping the public safe, put a 1.
Don't look. Don't.
Hey, it's just what you think. You're just drawing an observation, a simple observation. Okay. So if you think this is about safety, put a 1. We all know safety is a key word for something else. But if you think it's about safety, you put a 1. If you think this looks like something else, then put a 2. Yeah. You know, just keep it real. You know, keeping it real, guys.
Yes, and while y'all pulling in those comments, because if I'm not mistaken, this there's a big lag on this actual video.
Yeah.
So we're gonna keep pushing forward. Okay. So we got another tentacle.
And just know, let's go back to the other tentacle, because there's something important that I want to say about that other tentacle.
Which one?
The one that we just passed.
Okay.
Go back to this tentacle. Oh. Yeah. Something I want to say about this tentacle right here. Guys, you might want to know, well, how do they feed this particular tentacle? They feed it through the entertainment industry. This tentacle is fed through the entertainment industry. We talked about the 440 hertz and how the 440 hertz keep you out of alignment. And it keeps you scrambled, your thoughts, your feelings, and everything like that. Okay, that is by design, right? When you have these little babies listening to music, talking all kind of crazy stuff about guns and and all this other type of stuff. The music, even though the people that's making these songs don't particularly have these type of violent experiences, they still pump it out. And who's listening to those music that they're pumping out? Right? Be honest, the majority of them is the melanated community. Very angry, very violent, and they like that.
Yep.
They like when you get out of alignment, because this is a direct way for them to feed and get their billions of dollars.
Yes.
Okay, through the music industry, through the entertainment industry. What's that thing called again? When they program you through the movies, predictive programming.
Yeah, predictive programming. Predictive
programming through the movies. Young kids growing up, they see certain things on the television. What they're going to do, they're going to act on it.
Yes.
Right? And this is how that tentacle is fed through the entertainment industry. So just keep that in mind.
Yes, keep it in mind.
Look, everybody threw up a 2, so see?
Yeah, they said it.
Y'all making your own observation. I mean, hey, it's quite clear.
Yeah. So just understand, right now there is about a 20-second delay on the on the chat. So make sure that if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell to make sure that you get all of the notifications. Because once again, this point moving forward, we're gonna be hitting it heavy. We're talking about really stepping into our powers right now.
Right. We're putting all of this stuff behind us.
Claiming our independence.
Right. And
Sovereignty.
stepping into our God and goddesses, not colors, okay? But gods and goddesses.
All right. So, the next tentacle is, like, all of these tentacles are pretty big.
They are big.
Because when you're not aware of what's going on, it'll really F you up.
Right. And then they have, the thing is, guys, they have all of the tentacles working together at the same time.
At the same time.
They're all running at the same time. Every day, 24/7. They're running. They're doing their jobs.
Yep. But once you're aware of everything and you're able to take yourself out of it and look at it from a bird's eye view, you see what's going on. You're like, oh.
Right. not today, tentacle.
Not today. All right. But this next one here is a big one.
Oh,
here we go.
God, listen.
Which is Big Pharma.
Listen, this is huge. Like this has to be, I think this is where it begins. This is the first tentacle, right, that you would encounter when you try to come through planet Earth. Okay? Your first experience will be this tentacle, which is Big Pharma.
Yep.
Because the moment that you, if you are born in one of those hospitals, okay, and you were not, maybe fortunate enough to have an at-home birth where your mom had a midwife and they were holistic and, you got a chance to escape that first phase of madness, you're pretty lucky and you might be here for a really serious cause.
Yep.
Because you didn't skip all over all that madness, right? But usually when a baby is born, through the ships of the mother, coming through the portal.
Coming through the canal.
Right? Coming through the canal. Your first encounter is going to be Big Pharma.
Yes.
That's who greets you here.
Yes.
All right? And this is where all the craziness starts. From birth. This is the first people you encounter.
Yep. So, let's look at the, let's take a look at them real quick. Okay? Now, just in case if you can't read the text, billions of taxpayers' dollars go into the creation and marketing of new drugs. So that means that we, the people, are paying for the creation of these drugs and the marketing of said drugs. The Los Angeles Times reported that since 1930s, the National Institute of Health, which is the NIH, has invested close to $900 billion in the basic and applied research that formed both the pharmaceutical and biotechnology sectors. Okay, despite taxpayers' cruel investment, U.S. consumers are increasingly paying more for their prescriptions. Now, this don't make no damn sense. If I am paying for the creation and marketing of said drugs, why am I paying more for something that I paid to create? That would be like, y'all know we sell shirts. Unfortunately, today we don't have on our shirts.
Right.
We're not being good business owners right now and doing our own marketing. But when we want to go and buy one of the shirts that we created and that we marketed, we don't pay more for the shirt. I'm just telling you, that's just good business sense, okay?
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
The price that y'all pay aside from the discounts and stuff that we put out every now and again, and of course we do have some discounts out for our Royal Twin Flames right now, but for the most part, the consumer pays the retail price, and the person who created it pays the wholesale price.
Right, but just bottom line is, even
Mhm.
though, even if it was free,
Right.
you're really paying for your own demise. I mean, there are some good people out there who try to do right and who try to come up with things, but at the end of the day, if you really, I had to do some research for school for a project when it comes to big pharma. And I found out some really, really, really sad information when it comes to these. The opioid epidemic is what I did a paper on.
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys ever have a chance, you should look up. That was just terrible. It was horrible. Like this company, this particular company. It is funny because they're the ones that's just this same company, the one that got fined for the opioid epidemic. That's what they call it, the opioid epidemic. It's crazy. Do the research and you see how funny it is. They're the ones that's making the Vaselines now that they distributing to people. So after they got sued and fined and stuff, they went on to a new project making the new Vaseline. So you can see the origin of these people. It's almost like kind of criminal.
It is very criminal,
you know,
because even for the ones who made the Vaselines and who've been making the Vaselines for quite some time, they actually have their own Vaselines courts, where
secret courts.
Yeah, secret courts, because you can't take them to court if you have an adverse reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Versus one of those side effects being death.
Right. And
you can't sue them.
Can't do nothing about it. But that's neither here nor there. You guys should just take these as nuggets and go and do your own research. The one of the things about the big pharma I want you guys to research is gosh, I don't know how to say this without causing a algorithm thing. Let me see here now.
Gotta choose the words wisely.
So the Vaseline situation, right? Mm-hmm. You guys know about what happened to the melanated people back, what was it, in the 1930s when they were doing this syphilis experiment thing?
Tuskegee.
Right.
What happened in Tuskegee?
Right. Mm-hmm. So that situation, it's many more of it, right? Mm-hmm. In Africa, in India, kind of like all over the world where there's highly melanated people. Definitely look into eugenics, okay? Mm-hmm. Because eugenics is another one of the tentacles. Okay?
Which is something that was outlawed.
Right.
And it's still outlawed to this day.
Mm-hmm.
But
so, yeah, look up eugenics. And you guys will really get to have a broader understanding on how huge of a tentacle the big pharma really is, mm-hmm. and how that's such a suction cup. I think that's the biggest one out of all the tentacles. I think the big pharma is the biggest one and the most detrimental, especially to the melanated community, mm-hmm. especially. Really, really, when you guys get a chance, because it's only so much that we could say on this platform without them doing whatever they want to do. But you guys take your time and you do your own research, dig, and definitely look up eugenics. And when you look up eugenics and you see what they're doing, I don't even know how you're going to feel about it, but at least you will be aware, mm-hmm. and then you won't fall prey to this tentacle.
Right.
All right? That's all we're going to say about that one.
All right. Now, this next tentacle is one that, especially if you're in the Western Hemisphere, you can't get away from this.
Somebody say spell eugenics. Just say it in your phone, eugenics. Like, pick up your phone and just say eugenics, and Google will spell it for you. Google is the new god. Y'all didn't know? Google and Mr. Gates is the most powerful doctor on the planet. So, we got a lot of help out there. Mr. Pharma.
Yeah, I did spell that right?
Yeah, that's it. Eugenics. Okay. Yeah.
Boom. All right. Just had to put it in because if I type it on the computer, it's gonna make all the sounds and stuff go off.
Yeah, you guys look up eugenics, and you will be surprised to see what you would find out. The one who started that abortion clinic, which is Mr. Gates' mom. Mm-hmm. Okay. She started this whole eugenics program, and her main thing was to get rid of melanated people. Yep. That was her whole thing, because she didn't think that they were human. Mm. And so she wanted to get rid of them. Yeah. And so what they do is they take their, like the whole abortion thing, when a baby is being aborted, and they put their clinics, especially in the hood, right?
Yeah.
And when those babies are aborted, they take their organs and stuff like that, and they use it to create their Vaselines. Okay, and then they take the aborted fetus's organs and they inject it into other babies, newborn babies, right? And so what they're doing is they're mixing the DNAs. So they're taking the DNA from the boy aborted fetus and they're putting that DNA in the girl newborn baby. And so this is when the genes are mixing. And you see right now, you have a lot of our young boys that are very feminine.
Yes.
You have a lot of estrogen and things of that nature. This is from the mixing of these
DNA.
The DNA through the Vaselines. Okay?
Yeah.
So y'all take some time and y'all look this up so that you could be able to make God and goddesses decisions when it comes to your children.
And for yourself.
And for yourself also. It's a lot going on out there, guys. You won't believe the type of like they can't be they're not like they're totally detach from their souls.
Yeah.
Because there's no way that you can have a soul and you could be going about doing things like this. Okay?
But like I said, that's a whole topic that we could go for hours.
Yes.
And so we're just gonna cut it right there.
We're gonna nip it in the butt.
We gave y'all enough nuggets for you to go through and do that research yourself.
Yes.
Because once you go through and you find the truth, it is going to resonate with you. Mm-hmm. And then from that point on, you probably won't be acting the same way.
Right.
Okay.
Rise up.
So let's go on to the next tentacle.
Yeah.
Which is education.
This is the next tentacle. This tentacle really affects. I hate to say
everybody.
This. I mean, it affects everybody, guys. Everybody. This is the next tentacle.
Yes, it is the next tentacle, and one of the things, please forgive us because one of the things we forgot to put in here is the etymology for education. But the education or to educate came from the Latin word educare,
which means to bring out.
Okay, so you're supposed to be bringing out the talents that are already within you. But just like back in the Roman Empire, how they wanted to entertain people because they knew if they really let the poor people do what they wanted to do, they wouldn't work anymore.
Right.
And so in an effort to really get really disciplined workers, education and school systems were created. Mm-hmm. Okay? And let's take a look at something here. Okay? Yeah. Now, this is gonna
this is gonna make y'all go, woo! Some of y'all might already know.
Yes. So here we go. So the modern education system was designed to teach future factory workers to be punctual, docile, and sober.
All right. We have the word docile, which means obedient. Okay.
We want good workers that's going to be here on time, that's going to do the work without any question. Okay? Now, one of the things that's quite interesting is that there's a connection between school, work, and prisons.
What y'all see? What y'all could find that's matching right here? What do y'all see? Y'all in the comments. Tell us, what do you think, what's familiar? What do you think matches up between the school, the prison, and the work? Mm-hmm. What do you see that's familiar?
Because some of the things that are pretty consistent, like starting out from school, like you had to be at school at a certain time. If you didn't get to school on a certain time, then you got a tardy, and when you get too many tardies, then you get kicked out.
Yep.
Then you had to make sure that you followed the curriculum and you got good grades. If you didn't get good grades, then you failed and you had to go another round in that same grade. Then they also told you when you could eat.
Yeah.
They only gave you a little bit of time to sit down and enjoy your food or the food that they prepared for you, which wasn't that nutritional. And then in addition to that, they told you when you could go home. Sorry to say this, but school systems in general only taught you how to be a good slave, ourselves included. Mm-hmm. Okay, we are not exempt from this. But once you become aware of what was done, then you have the opportunities to free yourself. Okay? But if you look at these pictures here, the picture on the bottom left is a school cafeteria. The picture on the bottom, on the top right, is a cafeteria at a workplace. Okay, it's a little bit more comfortable. You got some things going on, and then you got the one at the bottom, which is a cafeteria at a prison.
Notice how the school and the prison, look at the windows.
They're almost non-existent.
Almost non-existent, right?
Mm-hmm.
So just take a look at that. Just kind of let that sit in for a bit. You don't really get to really choose in school what you're going to be studying per se, right? Unless you have a particular major. But even if it's the major that you pick, you don't really get to dictate the lessons that you get. It's just given to you.
Right. Okay. So we're almost at the end, y'all. Actually, we're right at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And so these are the tentacles that we wanted you to be aware of so that you can make smarter decisions.
Yes, and one of the things about the education system that I wanted to talk about, with the education system, you have to think about it in this light, right? When you go to school, you're taught his story, right? The history, somebody else's story. And so you always know that in history, the winner, gets to go ahead and scribe. They get to write about what took place. And you always have to remember that, hey, think about it on the logical sense, right? If you and your friend got into a fight and you won, right? You about to go back and you about to be like, man, y'all should have seen I had her in the headlock. I was dragging her and damn, boom, and so you telling it from your side of the story. But nobody really ever gets to hear the friend side of the story. You probably could have cheated and that's how you won, but you would never come up and say, hey, I cheated and that's how I won.
No, you ain't gonna do that.
You're the one scribing, so you get to write the story, right? And so this is with the education system. The winner gets to tell the story, right? You never get to find out about your mystery. Your mystery, which is my story, remains hidden. It remains occult.
Yes.
Right? Yes. You never get to know that messing around with these dictatorship institutions. So this is something that you have to keep in mind. The winner always tells a story.
Yep.
So it's our job to really go in and find our story, which is the mystery, which is my story. This is the story that's important. Not his story, but your mystery, which is my story. Okay, that's our job to go and uncover. Not discover, okay, but uncover.
Right. Because it has been buried and covered up, and mostly it's been covered up through language. It's like that game that you used to play at school where you have a line of people and one person tells the first person in line the sentence, and by the time it gets down to the end to the other person, they didn't forgot the whole sentence. Okay? And that's pretty much what has been going on. Part of it was something that was done unintentionally, but for the most part, it was done on purpose.
Exactly.
Okay? So these are just some things that we want you to be aware of what's going on so that you can really move more efficiently.
Yes. And I want to say this. We're going to go back to the tentacles, right? We have some new people joining us. Welcome. Thank you guys for being here. We're diving deep tonight, okay?
Yep.
This is not a fluff stuff. This is a really deep dive, okay? I want to let you guys know all of these tentacles, okay? Individually, they might seem like, it's deep and stuff individually, but we need for you to really understand that all of these tentacles are working together at the same time, 24 hours a day, 7 days of the week, and 365 days of the year, even though they can only name 7 of them 365, okay? They are working,
Right.
all right? And they are consistent with it. So we need to be consistent also in our own evolution because they are consistent, okay, in really dismantling and confusing us. All right? So keep that in mind. These are all tentacles that's feeding that energy harvesting head of that octopus.
Yes.
And it's our job to be aware of these tentacles, right? And within these tentacles, they have different sections. All right, but all of these tentacles, they serve to separate, all right, and to keep us in competition. And while we in competition, we ain't winning shit. And we ain't getting no prize, because we are the prize, okay, to the head of the octopus, which is the one that is doing the harvesting of our energy. So really think about that when you battling these race wars, when you battling these religion wars, when you battling the damn vulture with the left and the right wing, right? When you get caught up in these things, you have to wake yourself up and just know, oh my God, the octopus got me. Mm-hmm. Let me release myself.
Yes.
All right. Don't feed it anymore, because the house divided within can never stand.
Right.
All right. And also, love creates a system of unity which can't be harvested, okay? It cannot be harvested through control tactics. Mm. This is why they need to keep people divided and fighting amongst each other, because love creates a system of unity which cannot be harvested through control tactics.
Right.
All right. So at the end of the day, we have to rise in love, and we have to know who we are. Mm-hmm. All right?
Yes. Yes, we have to know who we are. And there's another message that we have for our melanated people, which we're going to jump into in just a moment. But before we do that, once again, if you haven't already, definitely subscribe, hit that bell, and so that you will make sure that you don't miss any of our videos moving forward. Yes. And also, we do encourage you to become a member as far as the becoming a Royal Starseed on the site. Not on the site, a Royal Starseed on the YouTube channel, so that when we do card reading, because right now we're going to get into some card readings, and if you want to have a card pulled, then you can send your Chris and Alicia emoji and we'll pull a card for you. And also, we would encourage you to become a Royal Twin Flame on the website, so that you can get access to the private webinars that we do, and also get access to our Royal Twin Flame Zoom meetings. Because in those Zoom meetings, we go real deep in these Royal Twin Flame meetings. You can just ask some of the ones that were there this past weekend.
It was beautiful.
Yesterday. Yeah. And like, oh my gosh, it was so awesome.
It was wonderful.
It was. You know what? We're probably just gonna put a little clip. More likely to just be us on there, but we'll put a little clip of some of the things that go down in our Royal Twin Flame meetings. Like, it is transformative.
It really is.
Okay, so but before I get into the message for our melanated people, if you would like to have a card reading this evening, definitely send your donations via Cashapp, or you can send your donations via the link that is in the chat right now. Right now gosh, I'm drawing a blank here. The link to donate in the chat goes directly to us. It has nothing to do with YouTube, so that way we get the whole bag, not a part of it. Right, or you can send it via Cash App of $10 or more, and we'll pull a card for you that way as well. And in addition to that, if you would like to call in and talk about some of the things that we just went over this evening, because we just dropped a whole bomb in these streets.
Yeah, that's a lot of information.
Okay. I mean, some other people are out watching fireworks right now, but we just set off some fireworks right here on YouTube.
This is the real fireworks.
Okay.
In these cyber streets. This is fireworks we need to be concerned about, okay?
Yep.
These tentacles, we need to blow them up. These tentacles. That's what we need to do. We need to really get these tentacles from around us. Mm-hmm. They're literally sucking and draining our energy. Right. We need to have our divine masculine and the divine feminine balance within, which is our positive and negative charge, because this is where our true power comes from. Mm-hmm. Okay? But if we have these tentacles slapped in on us, pulling our power, how are we going to really grow into our God and goddesses that we truly are?
Right.
When we have something keep sucking at us.
Yes.
Right?
And so with that being said, If you want to call in, the number is scrolling below for you to call in, so that you can say your words on everything that was said. And then if you want to have a card reading, you know how to send your request in for a card reading.
Yes, we would really love to hear from you guys. You know, maybe you might have an experience about one of these tentacles that you would like to share. Maybe you know something that's beneficial that you would like to share. You know, that has to do with one of these tentacles that we just discussed today. And, you know, if you're just chiming in, tentacles, you know, the religion, the race wars, the education system. I mean, if you have solutions, you know, our solutions to this is simply really standing in your power, right? And not fighting, but building, and build in silence. You know, you don't have to let your right hand know what your left hand doing. Sometimes that's what my mom used to say. Right? You build. Just build. This is how you escape these tentacles. You love yourself, right? You embrace in that love frequency, and you build. Because when you're in the love frequency, you're going to build it, and you're going to produce after its own kind, which is love. All right? This is how you escape these things, through love and compassion.
Yes.
Don't get caught up in the fight, man. This is, if you want to fight, okay, you build. That's how you fight. You build. You build and you create.
Yes.
And you release yourself from these tentacles.
All right. Now, Sierra just put in her request for a card reading. We're going to get to you in just a moment. But let me get on my soapbox here for a moment. All right.
Who was that?
I just got on my soapbox.
Oh, my God. I cannot sometimes.
All right. But this message is for the melanated people. Mark the time. It's an hour and 25 minutes into the video. This is the message for the melanated people. Okay? Now, while making this this presentation, one of the things that definitely came to mind is the question that a lot of melanated people ask. Like, what do the black people, black community need to do in order to take their power back? And some of the things, it's like, oh, we should create our own communities. We should create our own schools. We should do this, create our own this and that. And I want to say to you today that that is not the cure-all for the problems that are going on in the black community. And please understand, when I'm saying black, I'm talking about just as the culture. We're not talking about identifying as being black or anything of that nature. Do not get it twisted. We're just talking about the culture. We're talking about a group of people in a sense, okay? But here's the thing, right? This is the solution for all melanated people's problems. And the first thing is to know who you are. Okay? If you know who you are, that is going to that's going to eliminate so many of your problems.
That's like 60% of the problem.
Okay? Because case in point, like for example, the young lady who was supposed to be running in the Olympics. I don't know her name. One of y'all probably put it in the chat as far as her name. But you know, she got disqualified from running in the Olympics just because she smoked a little weed. Okay?
I gotta say this. I'm sorry. Hold your thought, because you know I'm petty. I'm on the committee tonight. I'm serving and volunteering. Okay? So they want to get this young lady in trouble for doing a little, you know, whoop-de-whoop, okay? But correct me if I'm wrong, and somebody could put it in the chat, because maybe I was dreaming. Maybe it's a dream I had. But I know for sure these mofos, okay, this is why you really got to step into your God and goddess energy, right? These mofos, I think it was about a month ago or a month and a half ago, okay? They were offering joints for jabs.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm gonna say. So it's okay, when you give somebody a joint to come and get some Vaseline, okay? But this young lady who is using this to soothe her, that's not okay.
Mm-hmm.
How they know she didn't take part in the joints for jabs?
And if they find out she did, then it's okay.
Would that be okay if she's doing the joints for jabs? But that's all I gotta say on that. I was just serving on the committee real quick.
Okay, but once again, for the melanated community, if you know who you are and you're solid in who you are, it is going to eliminate a huge chunk of your problems. Because if you think about it, just hear me out on this. Hear me out on this. A lot of the reasons why the melanated people experience so much of the hardship that they experience is that because they're wanting to be included in something they didn't create.
Right, like me, look at me, I'm important. Help me, see me, look at me.
Right.
Involve me. You know.
But because if you think about it, the Olympics was something that was created in Greece. Has nothing to do with melanated people. Even when you look back into for all of my brothers and sisters that pledge sororities, like one of the reasons why the black fraternities and sororities were created was because they couldn't be involved in the white fraternities and sororities.
So-called white.
Okay.
Sororities.
Now, if you look at the white sororities and fraternities, they're all Greek. So they were actually more in their culture than us. But because we couldn't be included, we had to go and create our own and pledge to a Greek god.
See, this is part of the confusion and not knowing who you are and so badly wanting to be accepted, into something else that really don't really want you there. Right. That's the problem. So when you realize who you are, when you step into your God and goddess energy, you won't feel the need to want to force your way into something or someplace that doesn't have a place for you at that particular table.
Right.
You will start to build your own table.
Right. Speaking of tables, even when you go back to the civil rights movement,
oh boy,
one of the things that really kicked things off was that actually two things. I'm gonna point out two points. The first one, wanted to ride on the buses. Okay? What some of you all may not have known was that there were black-owned operating buses during that time.
Now that's the part that got me right there.
There were black-owned bus routes that were running during the civil rights movement. Now, even though the odds were against them and they were pretty much forcing them out, making it hard for them to run their business and things of that nature, but they had their own shit. But they had to fight so that they can ride on the white buses. Second thing about the civil rights movement, as far as to sit in, you want to go and sit down at somebody else's cafe where they serve mostly lunar individuals, okay? When at that time, there were black-owned businesses that had their own cafes, they made their own coffees, and they made pastries better than their counterparts. But still, you wanted to fight for inclusion at a table where they didn't want your ass.
We don't understand what is this energy? Okay. What is this?
So, a huge chunk of the problems for the melanated community can be solved if we know who we are.
Know it.
Which is, for one, gods and goddesses.
Not color codes. Not colors. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Gods and goddesses.
Yes. And to be honest, this would actually be the, in my opinion, the solution for the whole world. Because if you really understood that you are a god and goddess, you know, if you're a god and goddess, that means that you can produce whatever you want to produce. You can go wherever you want to go. You can do there's no limits. There are no limits.
You know why? Because then you would be free from those freaking tentacles that is freaking draining your energy. Okay? Once you release from those tentacles, now your energy belongs to you. It's yours.
Yeah.
Okay? And then you step in to your true power.
Yes.
And you start creating. And you start building. Mm-hmm. And you start enjoying your creation. Mm-hmm. Because even if you're a Christian, the Bible says the kingdom of heaven is within. You will find God within here, not in the damn sky with a bed.
Nope.
Okay? It's in here.
Yes.
Right? Again, these are temples. If you want to go to church, open your third eye. That's your church. That's your church.
If you want to go to church, open your third eye. That's a quote. Y'all can tweet that. That is a tweetable thing. If you want to go to church, open your third eye.
Yeah, because look, it sits between the temples. See? It lays right there between your temples. So the real temple is within. All right? If you want to see, just open it.
Wow.
The Bible be telling y'all some shit. I don't know if y'all be listening. I don't know. Because
you be comprehending.
It says, you know, if you for he who sees out of the two eyes, he is blind until he sees out of that one eye. They be telling you these, they be dropping gems in the Bible, but I don't know, y'all be seeing them? Whew, all these gems is in there.
But yeah.
Don't throw out the baby with the bathwater now.
So just understand, yes, there are some things that really make it difficult for the melanated community, and it also makes it difficult for some other communities as well, because if you don't know your history, it's actually repeating right now, because it's not just difficult for the melanated community exclusively anymore, okay? Because if you look back during the Holocaust, like the ones who were helping the Jews, they also got killed.
Oh.
Okay? And then you go to the civil rights movement, and for those white people that wanted to help the black people, they got it too. And now, in this day and age that we're in right now, even in this age of Aquarius, we do have quite a few of our white people that are on our side, that see the inequality, and they want to bring balance to this world. Mm-hmm. And because those individuals want to bring balance to this world, now they're getting it.
They make it hard for them. This is one. Listen, I want y'all to go look this. Listen, hold on. I'm excited now. Hold on. I'm going to give y'all a video for y'all to go look at. I don't know how long it's going to be up on YouTube. I'm sorry, YouTube. I don't know how long it's going to be up on YouTube. They might take it down because it's full of hella information that you can actually use as nuggets to go and do your own research, and it would not come back void. Okay? I'm gonna put the video in the chat, and you guys copy this video and go and take a look at it, okay? You listen, it's so much information in that video. You have to look at it, guys. You have to look at it. Let me pull up the video, and I don't even know how I'm gonna pull it up here. I don't know how I'm gonna do this.
Which video are you trying to do?
The one that we were looking at today. This one right here.
Yeah, just do that.
I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put it in the chat right now.
Just copy that.
Because I need y'all after this live to go and look at this video from beginning to end. Make sure you have a notepad, okay? So that you can take notes, because you're going to need to take notes. Don't just believe what people say.
No.
All right?
No.
Don't believe shit we say. All right? You take that information and you go and do your own research. depending on what is resonating with you. All right. So don't never believe. Be lie is in the name believe.
Yes.
Know what you're doing. Don't believe. No. Hold on, I'm about to put this in the chat right now.
And Sierra, we're about to get to you in just a moment as far as your card reading. And once again, for anybody else who would like to receive a card reading, you can send your donations via Cashapp, or you can send it via the link that's pinned in the chat, or you can become a Royal Starseed on the channel. Oh, excuse me, it's Royal Starseed. Yeah, Royal Starseed on the channel, and then you'll be able to get a card reading. And also for those who are interested in calling in and just saying your piece about what was just discussed today, then we greatly welcome you to call in. The number is scrolling below, which is the 602-580-9749 with the access code 1395679.
Yeah. All right. So Sierra, woo! Sierra, oh my. You sure look good tonight. Ooh. Here we go. All right, so you got 2, Sierra. I'm just going to go with that 2.
Yeah, we're going to go with the 2.
We're going to roll with it. So that's what matters of the heart, Sierra. You got 2 cards. And in the meantime, if you guys want to call in, go ahead and dial and chime in. We would love to hear from you. Hey, what do you think?
Yep.
Let
us know your thoughts.
Let's see what kind of.
We know there's a little bit of a time delay, so we're gonna give y'all a minute on it.
See, it's getting a little warm in here.
Yeah.
It's heating up. Things are heating up.
Let me see what's going on in these chats, though.
I just put the video in the chat, guys. So copy that video, so that you guys. It's a pretty long video, but it's heaven on earth, Sierra. Heaven on earth. I love it. You are here to bring heaven on earth. See, this is how we know you're Royal Starseed. Heaven on earth. Alrighty, let's see what your ancestors got to say today, because these are the old ancestor cards right here. They come in with some really heavy, strong meanings. So we're just going to see what they're talking about. Ooh, golden healer. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 ay. Lucy Lou says the twin flame separation is exhausting.
It can be.
It can be.
But you got to tap into that energy that's within, and you'll never fall.
No. So this one is Golden Healer number 27. Ultimate Healing,
this is
Sierra.
For you, Sierra.
It says understanding the quantum world helps you understand yourself. Wow. The everyday life is bounded by 5 senses, expanded by the 6th, which is the metaphysics, right? But this can be transcended to move into a field that is non-local. Wow. Everywhere and nowhere at the same time, where there is no time. See, when we know who we are, we can dwell outside of time, and we're not bounded by time and space, right? You create the event being observed. You're the creator. Allow your soul rather than your ego to be your guide. Recognize your potential to be an amazing healer. So you have the abilities to heal. Your abilities needed honoring, and those who heal are souls scored to develop empathy. Much in life needs transforming. Surrender willingly to the process. Someone clinging to the past holds you back. Encourage them to let go. You may be asked to transform your environment or take on a challenging task. Do so with grace and ease. Healing flows through you. It is a process, not something that you do. Okay? That is beautiful.
Yes. Now, Sierra, as far as your love cards that popped out, the first one, which I'm feeling like is being pulled to say, the message that's on this one says, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Each choice you make expands your understanding of life and love.
No.
All right? And then the second one, because, you know, your spirit guys be off the chain.
They be coming through.
This one says, wait. Don't rush it. All nature,
Allow.
allow nature to take its course. All right.
And boom, you're here to create heaven on earth, Sierra.
Yes.
And listen to this. Separation is an illusion.
Yes, it is.
All right. I feel like that message is more for more than just Sierra. Separation is an illusion, guys. Center and align. It says you're a spiritual being in a physical body. This is your vehicle. Just like we get into a car, right? The car is not us. We get into the car so we can get someplace. It transports us. This is the body, okay? So it says here, spirit dwells in nature, experience life, and learn from our experiences. All right? It also says here, the ordinary is magical and the magical is ordinary.
Yes, it is.
The 11 of Earth, and it's an 11 card. The 11 of Earth is a balancing and realignment card. It suggests it is now time to keep yourself centered and in harmony with the world around you by banishing the illusion of separation. Separation is an illusion.
Separation is an illusion.
All right.
Okay. And actually that brings the point. One of the things that I was thinking about saying earlier, that even though we say gods and goddesses, there's still a separation. But just to let you know, one of the things that we're going to be talking about in our next webinar, which is next Saturday, which is where we're going to be talking about who I am. At the core of it, you are God. Because even to say goddess and goddesses, that's a little bit of a separation. You're getting close, but you're not quite there. But once you actually know that you are God, the game changes. The game completely changes. Okay? But next up we have Mex. And then we have, I'm trying to get this off the screen. Okay.
There you go.
We have Mex, and then we have Teresa.
Teresa.
But I don't think it's our Teresa. At least I don't think it is.
It might be. I think she was watching.
Is that the same? Yeah, that's the same Teresa.
That's our Teresa.
Got T wants a card reading.
TT.
And we're looking forward to seeing that new house.
I know. It's so beautiful.
Yes.
All right, so this is for Mex, right?
Yeah, for Mex.
All right, Mex. So we got you. Ooh, one jumped out. Ooh, that's beautiful. I
hadn't got this one before.
I don't think I've seen that one before. That is beautiful.
Yeah, Teresa, not Teresa, but Mex want to see if she get different cards this time.
Yeah, there you go. You set the intention. Wow, that is stunning.
Ancient echoes. Okay.
Wow, that is absolutely beautiful. So let's see for your matters of the heart, Mex. Let's see what type of advice is coming out from your higher self and your ancestors with these love cards. Looks like they're taking their time. Oh, you're taking your time today. You got some calm energy, Mex. Whoops. Okay, never mind.
Things are calming down.
Things are definitely calming down. See, you got a balance card.
It's time.
Balance and time. All right. So I'm not gonna. I usually don't. I don't like to put my own thing on stuff. Okay. You want to shuffle this?
No, I'll read that while you shuffle that one.
Because you got 4 heart cards, Mex, and I'm not gonna put them back.
All right. So Mex, and you're so welcome, Sierra. Okay. So Mex, first one you got. This message says new beginnings. Okay. So Mex, a new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Passionately. Okay. The next one, which is imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities in your life. Wow, that is right in alignment with the new beginning.
You wait till you see this one, you're gonna fall out.
Okay, but here we go. You got 2 more. This one says time. You are trying. Wow. It says you are trying too hard. Give it time. Like, no, don't lie. That's what it says, Mex. It says you're trying too hard. Give it time. All right, and then this last one is balance.
Balance. That's how I was feeling when I was shuffling the cards.
Yes, balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges.
Wait till you see this one, Max.
All
This
right.
is the Ace of Fire, baby.
Ace of Fire.
Guess what that means? New beginnings. So something new is starting for you, sweetie. New beginnings and new opportunities. Okay, this is what this one represents. The Ace of Fire represents a promise of new beginnings and opportunities. But unlike the other aces, this card also represents action. It represents the power for and necessity of taking the initiative and actively pursuing your goals. It is about taking advantage of the opportunities we are presented with, as opposed to thinking about it. It is good to have goals, to dream, and to make plans. But the Ace of Fire let us know that now is the time to move beyond research and planning. It is time to take the first real steps towards getting things underway. So you got a lot of new beginnings, a lot of new energy and balance, which is good. And now for the ancestor, ancient echoes. Ooh. So this is some ancient stuff coming through here. Let me see. I've never seen this one before. It says, when you live in your head rather than the physical world, your cellular structure becomes unstable and your metabolism is thrown off balance. You may not be assimilating oxygen or nutrients such as minerals and vitamins. Remember that ideas nutrients too. Disruption of your nervous system and immune system may be caused by ancient traumas and family dramas. Getting in touch with the ancestors and understanding the processes of creation helps you to recognize the value of recycling the past to create more potent future. Check out what has passed down the ancestral line and utilize homeopathic healing, okay, for MIMS such as tuberculosis. How do you say this? Miasms. Okay, miasms such as tuberculosis. It says here, healing insight. By changing how you view things, you dramatically improve your well-being. Chakra. Heart. Base and causal. This is beautiful.
So there you go, Mix.
That is pretty. I like that.
Got some new cards, some new information.
Brand new cards.
And now we got our girl T. You know, I'm gonna shuffle this one for T.
T. Let me see what kind of let me see what's coming through for T on tonight.
And so Teresa, if you're still on the live, definitely drop a comment. Let us know if you're on.
All right,
and we'll
T.
go from there.
Let's see what's coming through for Teresa. All right, what your ancestors got for you on tonight? Ooh, you on a journey, girl. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's see what we got here for T. Look like she's going to get a very specific card. Oh, carnelian.
Or is this for Sakili?
She's on a journey for sure. She got a carnelian. It's number 7.
Oh, I'm gonna do the heart one.
Okay.
Where'd the heart one?
I got it. I got it. All right, Teresa. So let's see what you got for matters of the heart. What is for Teresa for matters of the heart? I know Meg's got 4. Let's see what they saying for Teresa's matters of the heart. Sacred union. It says here, Teresa, sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. Now, if that's not beautiful, I don't know what is. All right. And for your carnelian, it says creativity. So it says here you have the ability to remain calm during disputes. Facts. And the self-control not to follow the crowd. Another fact. Courage in the face of danger comes from the inner strength. Another fact. Okay. Not foolhardiness. Your family means a lot to you. Facts. Your sexual drive is strong.
Okay.
Lust or aggression has been a problem in a past life, directed towards creativity and rising your kundalini, Teresa.
Mm.
Be eloquent, creative, and bold. Do not hold back. Do not back down. It says, trust your intuitive perceptions. Distinctions in your career lies ahead. Be a mentor. Alleviate stress. Take time to play. You are a tower of strength during sorrow. Stay anchored in the present. Let go of emotional ties or outdated projects holding you back. Beware of a charismatic person. Okay? Also says here for insight, sufficient vitamins and minerals support your metabolism for optimum well-being.
Mm.
That sounds pretty accurate.
Yep.
That sounds super accurate.
There you go, T. And then for the last card, T.
All right.
You are on a journey.
Yes. Action, implementation, exploration, energy, hard work, sacrifice, right? It says here, necessary sacrifice. Wow, this is another Okay, so this is really about your creativity. The carnelian is representing creativity. So now this card is asking you a question. Do you have an idea or a creative venture that you would like to implement? So the creative energy is coming through very strong, Teresa. The Three of Fire represents a necessary sacrifice that may be required when we act on our goals and objectives. When we first begin to act, we often find ourselves exploring the path walked by those who came before us in order to discover and determine the best way to implement our ideas. However, that same exploration can inspire new ideas that break with tradition, because something old has reimagined and expressed by a mind with a unique perspective to make it relevant in the present. So your creativity, baby. So this is good. Go ahead and create. All right? Don't be afraid, Teresa. Start your vegetable garden, whatever you want to do. Whatever project that you got that's in there that you want to do, go ahead and do it. That is beautiful.
I was wondering, you know what, y'all? I feel so slow right now.
What happened?
Because I was noticing that the chat that's on the screen that everybody's seeing right here, I was like, hold on, I'm seeing some chats that I don't see on YouTube, and it's not on YouTube, it's actually on Facebook.
Oh my God. So which one is Facebook?
I have to switch over to this other one for it to show, and it's not showing, but I see it in there, and I see Teresa's comments. So that's like pretty. That's really dope. I like that. Okay.
Oh, so these must be the ones on Facebook over here.
Yeah, it's like some on Facebook and then some on YouTube. It's all together. That all in one.
So cool.
Yes. And so we have a new supporter on the channel.
Welcome.
Oh my gosh! Thank you. Just Das.
Das, welcome.
Yes. And so Das, just because you became a supporter on the channel, we're just gonna give you a card reading just because.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Yes. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you.
Yes,
thank you.
Is greatly appreciated. Yes. So, there it goes. That's the Facebook.
So the Facebook chat.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yes.
I didn't even see that one.
Oh, Teresa, we love you so much.
We love you so much, Teresa. You are amazing.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, so for Das, we got a reading for you.
All right, guys. Let's see what your higher self got in store for you, for the matters of your heart. Matters of your heart. Matters of your heart.
All right. So, Das, this is what it's saying for the heart, okay? The message here, which is saying, okay, this says, deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. Do what feels right.
Follow that intuition. Follow that intuition. Thought. Love it. So you got the thought card. So this is a major card.
Well.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't throw you off.
Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah.
So this one is thought, okay? And This is just calling you to kind of just remember that your thoughts create your reality. Okay? Literally, thought become things. So just be really mindful of what you're thinking, and see your thoughts. Like, where are your thoughts originating from? Is it originating from you? Is it even your thought? Because, thoughts are clouds. We are not our thoughts. All right? So it says here, don't rush your thinking, okay? Also, know that thought is energy, and energy flows where attention goes. And be mindful of the universal laws, okay? It says, are you conscious or unconscious? And also, is your mind in accord? Like, are you in alignment? Be realistic instead of optimistic or pessimistic. All right? And it says here, do not overthink or speculate. And question, engage in the critical thinking. Right? That's all in thought. The next one is the Herkimer diamond. This one represents instant energy. It says, keep careful note of your dreams as they reveal the underlying cause of your dis-ease. So definitely pay attention to your dreams. You may be particularly sensitive to EMF frequencies and stuff like that. It says you may also be physically sensitive and need to clear a blocked third eye. All right, just check that out.
Open up that temple.
Open up that temple if you want to go to church. Open it up wide. It also says here, check that you're not living on a ley line or anything like that. All right. You may be addicted to your tablet, all that techie stuff. So sometimes you might want to give that a little break.
Yeah.
I know sometimes I need to give mine a little break too, right?
Yep. And we're about to give technology a break. As soon as we get off this live, we ain't going to be using no cell phone. We're going to be doing nothing. We're going to be chilling out.
Chilling like a villain.
All right. And so, y'all, we have really been going in on this today.
Yeah.
Once again, just to do a quick recap. We wanted to bring some things to light as far as some of the tentacles that are distracting us from going within. And once we can know about these tentacles, definitely do your own research, find yourself approved. And once you find that information, then you can move properly, okay? So don't let these tentacles trip you up anymore.
Nope.
Because for one, it's just taking your energy and it's just a distraction and stopping you from going within.
Yes, it's literally it is set up to drain your energy. That's why it's called energy harvesting. It's harvesting your energy. Keep your energy and use it for your own creations. All right? Don't take part in none of these distractions because they're all distractions. Every last one of them that we went over.
Right. And so without further ado, we love y'all.
We love you guys.
Hopefully y'all enjoyed the fireworks.
We had different fireworks tonight. And guys, don't forget, if you want to donate, there is a link right there. It's pinned to the top. So if you want to donate to the channel, you can feel free to just click that. And you can go ahead and make your donation. If you do want to become a Royal Twin Flame on the website, feel free to do so. It's a beautiful community. Very awesome. Great support in that community. Or if you just want to, become like Das did. If you just want to become a supporter, go right ahead and join.
Appreciate it.
We do have different tiers. We have the Twin Flame supporter and we have the Royal Star Seed.
Yes.
Okay, so it's many ways that you can help to support the channel so that we can continue to bring you great content.
Yes.
But we love you guys so much. And please take a look at that video that I put in the link, guys. There's a video that I posted in the link. Once you guys are done, whenever you have a chance, go ahead and watch that video from beginning to end. And make sure you have a pen and a pad so that you can take notes from that video so that you can go and do your own due diligence. Okay?
Yes, and Donna, I'm just going to put this in here because I know it's going to come in a little bit late. Donna, if you have a question, go ahead and drop it in the chat. I'm glad you put it in because we were about to hit the deuces on you. But go ahead and drop that question in the chat and we'll dive into that. And while Donna's putting that question in, also a reminder that a huge chunk of our problems can be solved once we truly know, not believe, not kind of feel like this is the way or something of that nature. When you truly know to your core who you are, a huge chunk. And once again, I'm choosing the words wisely because this is not going to be your cure-all to everything, okay? Because you still have to deal with other people in the other environments. But a huge chunk of your problems will be solved once you know, truly know who you are.
Exactly. It's kind of like, okay, let's say that you are a bird, right? And, you know, the attributes of a bird, they could fly. For the most part, they have wings and they can fly. But you have a bird that is in a cage, right? And then you have a bird that is free. It's not in a cage. Now, this bird has been in a cage all its life. The only thing that it does with the wings is just, it's let's say the bird is on this little stick in that little cage. So it might, you know, use the wings to flap to the left of that little bar. And it'll use the wings to flap to the right, you know, flap to the right. That's all it uses its wings for, okay? So let's say that bird, you know, it can fly because it has the wings. It's a bird. So it might look out of its cage one day and it'll see a bird outside and just like that bird. And that bird is out there and it's flying. It's doing all types of tricks. It's soaring. And the bird in the cage will be looking at that other bird like, wow, you know, oh my God. Look what they could do. So until that bird recognizes that it's a bird and it has the same abilities like that other bird, you know, it really won't. But when the bird realizes that it has wings, then it can take the wings, it can start using the wings and it can start flying. It's just like us. Once we start realizing who we are, what we are, our capabilities, then we can start applying those capabilities. Kind of like that. So what was her question?
And this is a pretty interesting question, and I got my 2 cents I like to put on it, and you can follow up how you feel on it as well. Donna's question is it normal to feel sad when soulmates show interest while being in separation with your twin flame? Okay.
That is interesting.
It is a very interesting question. Now, the one thing that is definitely normal is for you to feel. Okay? That is a awesome thing because for one, that's an indication that your heart is open, which is pretty cool. And so, and you're in tune with yourself because you're feeling some type of feelings.
Right.
But now, depending on how you feel about those feelings is going to be pretty much about your perception of what you're feeling. Because in a nutshell, you have 2 people that are interested in you, or you, okay, excuse me, let me back up. There's one person that you are interested in, but then there's somebody else that has interest in you, but you want to kind of hold yourself available for their twin flame if they ever show up. Big word, if. Okay? Now, for somebody else, right? If they were in that same situation, they'd probably be excited. They'll probably be like, well shit, since my twin ain't here and I got needs, you know, I want some loving, shit, I'm going over to this soulmate. Right? So it is all a matter of perception, okay? And the stories that you're telling yourself. Because when you look at it, can you really be sad that somebody finds you attractive and they want to be with you?
Right. That is definitely a perception. That's a perception distortion almost. Because let me ask you this. how is your twin? How is the interaction with you and your twin right now? Like,
I said it in separation.
So you guys are in separation. The twin there is no type of contact or anything like that. Just kind of like silence with the twin, Donna. Because if there is, I want you to keep this in mind. So our twin flame, they come into our lives for different reasons, right? Depending on what we're here to do in this particular lifetime, okay? Mm-hmm. And separation is really an illusion. Mm-hmm. Some of our twins, they come to wake us up, and that is their job.
Yep.
All right? So your twin might come, wake you up, you're like, oh my God, now I got to do shadow work, now I got to do integration, now I got to do this type of generational DNA healing, and then it starts you on your journey. In this particular lifetime, that might be all that they're here to do. Mm-hmm. Right? So you don't want to miss out on your life experience, right? So I would definitely suggest going within.
Yes.
Right? And seeing what is important to you. Mm-hmm. What is truly important to you. Right? If someone wants to love you, I mean, let them love you. Love is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
It is a beautiful thing. If someone wants to love you, I mean, hey, let them.
Yeah. And we gotta, Donna, we would definitely recommend that you watch the video about the trauma bonding as well. Mm-hmm. Because that, once again, there's something that's going on with the perception. Because to make the comment that your twin loved you when nobody else did, mm-hmm. but then you're saying that there are other people who don't love you when you're not shining. Mm-hmm. But apparently right now you're shining. Mm-hmm. And I know that you're shining because you have somebody else that's interested in you.
Right.
Okay? Most people are not interested in something that's not new and shiny.
Right. And that would go for you too, Donna. Would you want to be with somebody who's not shining? Like, think about it. It is a good thing. Like, I mean, if someone does not want to be with you because you're probably toxic or you're probably out of alignment, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Right? If someone wants to be with you because now you're in alignment and you're no longer toxic, this is the type of mentality that you want to be around, right? This is good.
Yeah. And then definitely ask yourself, because love is a gamble, mm-hmm. okay? It's a crapshoot. It's a 50-50 chance. You're probably going to find the love of your life or you're going to end up in a miserable relationship.
Right.
It's one of the two that's going to happen, right? So now you got to ask yourself, for one, this soulmate who's interested in you, do you see a possibility of you living a happy and fulfilling life? Mm. Okay? And if your answer is yes to that, then the next question you want to ask yourself is, why don't I think I deserve that? Mm. Because for you to even question or either have a doubt about going towards somebody who loves you, mm-hmm. who's truly showing interest in you,
right.
while this other person you have no contact with and you don't know what's going to happen, why put your life on hold for something that you have a really good opportunity to have a happy, fulfilling life, mm-hmm. versus you don't know what you're going to get mm-hmm. when that twin flame is available?
Right.
Okay? So, just think about that. If you need further assistance as far as guidance through that, and I'm pretty sure we've done a session with you before, Donna, and mm-hmm. it's been a while.
Yeah.
And so if you would like to book another session with us, definitely contact us and we'll see what we can put together for you. But you can mm-hmm. definitely go towards the website and book a session on there. Mm-hmm. But just ask yourself those questions. Do you really want to put your life on hold if you have a good opportunity of having a happy, fulfilling life? Now, if you truly feel in your hearts of hearts that this soulmate would not fulfill you, mm-hmm. which actually is a mistake in itself because you should be fulfilling yourself. Mm-hmm. But if you feel like you can have a really good experience with this individual, then you go for that. But if you look at the situation and be like, nah, I don't think I'm going to have a good experience with that person, then there's nothing to even be sad about.
Right, and I think Donna is saying it makes her sad because she loves her twin flame. And I tell you this, Donna.
Yeah.
I tell you this, just because you love someone, it doesn't mean that you're meant to spend the rest of your life with them. All right, and that's a hard pill for a lot of people to swallow.
Yeah.
Loving someone does not mean that you have to be involved with them romantically.
Right.
All right. So just something to think about, just something to ponder on. I would definitely encourage you to go within, because all of your answers lay within you. I mean, we can sit here and we can give suggestions and stuff like that, but the answer that you're looking for is within.
Yeah. Yep. All right, y'all. So without further ado, we got to get out of here. I think that, I was about to say, I thought the timer even stopped on the thing.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, we got to get out of here. All right. We hope the information was helpful. If you need more help, go to the website, book a session with us. And if you really want to dive deeper as far as your ascension, definitely become a Royal Twin Flame on the site, because we're going to be diving real deep coming soon.
Right. And listen, I'm just going to say this one last thing to Donna, because this is sticking out to me.
Okay.
Donna says, I want my twin and no one else. Donna, think about that question. You want your twin and no one else. This is a matter of self-love. I'm feeling like this is a matter of self-love, Donna. You want your twin and no one else. But really, really sit down and think about this even on a logical scale. Does your twin want you and no one else? Think about it. You want your twin and no one else. But the person that you think is your twin, right? Do they want you and no one else? Just sit down and think about that tonight. Ponder on that tonight. And see if this is the case. Because if your twin wanted you and no one else, Donna, your twin would be with you.
That's a fact.
Right? So this seems to me like this is a case of a lesson of self-love. Really learning how to love yourself unconditionally.
Yes.
Learning how to respect and love yourself. Right? And knowing when it's time to sometimes let go. You know, letting go of people, situation and circumstances that has ran its course, or in the present moment is no longer serving your highest and greatest good. Right? So just really think about that for a little bit, right?
Yes.
If what you're giving out is matching what you're receiving.
Yes.
Right? Just a little something to think about.
You're so welcome.
And we love you so much, Donna.
Yes. All right, y'all. So, for real, this time.
Yeah, this time we gotta go. We gotta go now.
So we love y'all. Peace out.
Peace.